Why didn't you buy vegetables on your way back from work? There's no point in keeping reminders in your mobile. You're totally irresponsible. How do you expect this work to be done within the deadline? You are nothing but lazy and incompetent. I made a real mistake in hiring you in the first place. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, we've all faced similar situations in our life, haven't we? At least the vegetable part. I get to hear it on an almost weekly basis. Well, jokes apart, how many of you have actually faced verbal criticism? Let's have a show of hands. How many of you don't like to face verbal criticism? Very good. I'm addressing the right audience. Let's see what are the causes for verbal criticism. The immediate cause is a trigger when we either do something wrongly or worse, don't do it at all. And that lets off emotion. And words come down in a torrent and we have to face it. How do we face verbal criticism? Let me give you an example. When someone comes to slap you, how do you react? Firstly, you might duck. Secondly, you can put up an arm in defense. Or thirdly, you can counterattack. There's a similar parallel in how you face verbal situation, verbal criticism. You may duck, you may withdraw, you may run away from the scene, but that's running away. You're not facing it. Secondly, you might act defensively. To words thrown at you, you might find fault in the other person. But that doesn't help in resolving the situation. The third way of reacting could be counter-attacking. Give back in the same vein, fight fire with fire. But the only result is that the decibel levels go up and there is no resolution to the conflict. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, is there an effective way of fighting? No, of handling verbal criticism? Let me share with you a 3-step formula to diffuse verbal criticism. Firstly, listen. Listen not just with your ears, but listen with your heart. When you listen, ask questions. Behind those words which you are hearing, there are feelings, there are emotions of that person. When you listen, you are letting the other person know that yes, you are interested in resolving the conflict. Paraphrase. Put the situation in your own words and ask the questions. And thirdly, agree with the truth. We're all human, we make mistakes. We have to admit it. But admit it calmly and coolly. Throughout this exercise, that is listening, asking questions and admitting the truth, it's very important that we give the right verbal and non-verbal cues to the other person. By verbal I mean your voice should be calm, friendly, your gestures should be good-natured, your smile should be visible, try eye contact and nodding your head. These are all non-verbal cues. I'm going to take you all through now a small role play where I'm going to be facing the ire of a customer of mine, and it has so happened that a part that I have manufactured for this particular customer has been of substandard quality, and this person is angry about it because not only has he to answer his management but also his end customers. And During this role play, I'll be trying to implement these 3 points that I brought about, that is listening, asking questions, and agreeing to the truth. And at the end of this role play, we will have a short brainstorming session as to what went right and what could have been done better. So now I introduce to you this angry customer of mine, Mr. John Bosco Abraham. Kindly welcome. Good morning, Mr. Abraham.
Good morning. What is good about the morning? I've been trying you for the past 3 days and you've been avoiding me. What's wrong with you?
No, Mr.
You remember the consignment that I was asking you about, how important it is for me? And you didn't bother even to call up and tell me. Finally you sent something which I can't use. It is totally out of control for me now. I do not know what to do. On one hand, my general manager is yelling at me. On the other hand, the other customer of mine is yelling at me and I am avoiding his calls. Just because of the substandard material that you've supplied. What do you expect me to do? And the third thing, if I lose my promotion, I will not get married also. What do you think? I've been trying to tell you very seriously that this consignment of yours is very important and you asked me for an opportunity which I gave.
Mr. Abraham, I'm totally at a loss for words right now, but let me try to get the context of what you're saying.
See, the point is very clear. You had what was to be supplied, the material to be supplied, the drawings were given. Over and again, I explained to you. Remember how many phone calls I made you, and I made you understand the importance of those diamonds. Now you're not able to maintain. Now we just have 3 more days, and in 3 days, do you think you'll be able to supply? I'm sure you will not be able to supply. Both of us are going to sink. One, because I didn't get the material. Another, you're not going to get any more orders from me. Sorry.
Mr. Abraham,
No, I don't think.
Please.
I don't think.
please let's have a
Now you will say, sit down, have coffee, have tea, and give me a smoke.
Now let me get the context right. There were 2 sets of batches which were sent to you.
Yes,
One was part A and one was part B.
of course.
So was there a problem in part A in particular or part B?
The problem is part A is not fitting into part B. Okay. Neither is part A okay, nor is part B okay.
Well, it can happen that one of them may be wrong, but let's see what can be done to
You see,
resolve it.
the quality head are laughing at me. What kind of a window you have?
Mr. Abraham, let me try to
I
see
have
what
given
can
you
be done.
almost 40 crores of orders in the past 2 years. You are aware of that.
Yes,
And
Mr. Abraham,
after all that-
you're a very valued customer of ours,
And,
and
I
we
think-
want to continue this
I
relationship.
think there can be no discussion on this point. Do you have a solution for me?
Yes, Mr. Abraham.
Please tell me.
Yes, I would suggest that we go through these drawings again and determine which part in particular, A or B, is defective. Because I feel that only one can be defective, and let's try to see which one. And
Okay,
you said we have 3 days, so I think to manufacture one of those again will not be a problem in 3 days. My team is there to work more time.
From where are you going to get the material?
Don't worry.
You
Mr.
have to go all the way
Abraham.
to Bombay. Are you going to fly now?
We will
You do
manage.
one thing. I'll give you another 2 hours. Okay. In that time, you're going to give me an answer to this. You're giving me a solution. Otherwise, things are going to be very, very bad.
Yes, I do agree because we've been having a lot of orders of late.
Even
So-
though the orders that are coming up also.
Yes.
You want me to give it to somebody else? There are a lot of people waiting. And you know, as a prestigious company like us, I don't have to call people. They call me. So
company like me?
I'm very sure that you have missed out somewhere,
Yes.
either on your quality side or on the operation side.
Yes, that's what we are going to try to narrow down, and I would like to work with your field agent to sit down, look at the drawings again, isolate the problem, and we'll arrive at a situation within the deadline so that you don't have issues with your management. More importantly, issues with your getting married.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking, I don't know how I'm going to tell her why I didn't get a promotion. She said, after a promotion, I'll get married. It will become a personal problem. Okay, we'll do one thing.
Your marriage is in my hands. Don't
Okay.
forget.